welcome to the premiere episode of Wise Talk. I'm your host and creator of this podcast, CaBreon Wise, and I am honored and blessed to be joined by three of my great friends and colleagues of mine. Let's start things off with my brother. He was the voice of the Wise Talk trailer, and he's definitely going to be an important piece to this whole thing. Please welcome Henry Shiloh. How's it going,
What's
Henry?
up, guys? It's going great, CaBreon. Thanks for having me, man.
And also, let's not forget my other brother. He's a huge pain sometimes, but I love him. Everybody give it up, Max Berry, right?
Yes, sir. What up, man? It's your boy Max. That's
Yeah, so
it.
this is the beginning of it all. So let's
Sure.
let's give them the breakdown on what to expect. Um, so we are so on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you should expect episodes at least at about 6 p.m. We're just breaking down sports. Today is mainly going to be an NBA type day because of the playoffs. But you will expect us to cover the NFL, combat sports. We're gonna get into soccer. We're gonna get
Yeah.
We might even get into some baseball, and we might discuss pop culture here and there.
Yeah.
Um, this is a free for all podcast. It's unfiltered, unscripted. We're just gonna come out with it. Some might say some ridiculous stuff, and it's gonna be a ball. I don't think y'all ready, man. I
They
don't
are really, they really aren't ready. They really aren't.
I don't think.
They're not ready.
Uh, so let's give you what to expect for today's show. We're going to react to all playoff games, including game one of the Milwaukee Bucks and the Brooklyn Nets. The Phoenix Suns eliminating the LA Lakers and what we will expect from the Suns and Nuggets series. We're gonna also react to the Clippers and Mavericks, and also what we'll expect from Clippers versus the Jazz, and also Hawks and Sixers. Uh, and we're also going to have a conversation of between who's more valuable between Dame and Kawhi Leonard. And we will close our today's show with the CaBreon's closer list, where I will give my top 5 NBA players. They will react. Max and Henry will react, and we're gonna give our pick'ems for round 2. So, y'all ready to start, y'all?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right. We're gonna kick things off with the Bucks and the Nets. Let me pull up this box score right quick. Quite disappointed in our boys.
I
Yeah.
am as well, man.
Yeah. So the Nets defeated the Bucks 115 to 107. KD had 29 and 10.
He's a
Uh,
beast.
Kyrie,
That's not surprising.
not at all.
Not at all.
Kyrie had 25 and 8. Blake Griffin came out swinging, had 8.
Blake Griffin played really well. Yeah.
Yeah, he shocked me very nice. He showed great hustle, and I was like, oh boy, this gonna be tough.
I think he was the main game changer in that game. It seemed like because Kyrie was going crazy first half, and then second half he didn't even have an amazing game, but he didn't need to. So
Yeah.
it's unfortunate.
To the Bucks, we shot abysmal. We were abysmal from the 3-point line. What
20%.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it? 6 for
It was
30?
yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I mean,
Yeah.
Giannis can't be your best 3-point shooter at 2 for 5 from the floor. That can't happen.
Yeah, I agree.
Chris Middleton starting this BS again. He
Hey, but
uh,
I just want to point out through the season, usually this season we've been shooting around 40% from the 3-point line
yeah.
every game.
Mm-hmm.
if we would have just shot that, if we would have shot 35%, we would have won that game.
Exactly.
I mean,
So
we
that's
got
why
we got
what?
no, keep going.
I'm not too worried about the game tonight, to be
Yeah.
perfectly honest,
No,
because I feel like if we just play not even the best that we can play, if we can just play as a very good Bucks team, we got in the bag, no matter how well Kyrie plays or KD.
Yeah.
I mean, we got PJ going 1 for 4. Giannis, I mean, 2 for 5. That's expected. But K mid 0 for 5 from the 3. Brooke 0 for 1.
Horrible.
Drew 2 for
Horrible.
7. Like, that's just awful shooting from our
That's
starters
insane.
right there.
Well, I
And it
mean,
doesn't even get better on our bench. We just didn't hit threes.
I mean,
Right.
Bryn Forbes usually is known for hitting those. He has to hit those.
Yeah.
Right. And he
Bryn
did
Forbes
at
1 for 5.
late game. I think he hit a few, but just way too late, and he had already missed some open ones.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah. So he was 1 for 5 from the floor. That's not gonna cut it.
Mhm. Yeah, that's horrible.
And plus the free throw shooting as well got to be better. Giannis was 0 for
Yeah.
I mean,
That's going to be a very big thing later in the series,
yeah.
We just can't hit our free throws. There's something so easy.
Even who was it? Did Drew Holiday miss a free throw near the end or something like that? We had some players that usually shoot really high percentage free throw, but we just weren't hitting.
Yeah, so Drew Holiday actually missed 2 free throws, and I was like, wow, because I believe
in a row, right?
Yeah, in a row, because I believe Holiday is like an 84% shooter from the free throw line this year.
Yeah, something like that.
So
one of the best.
Yeah, that can't happen at all.
Mm-hmm.
But
a lot of things went wrong.
Yeah, but I do like what I saw from Brook Lopez. I did like what I saw from him.
Defensively, or
well, offensively, because he went.
Yeah, he went 8 for 11.
He
Not
went.
bad.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I only saw his
19 points.
shooting percentage. Damn.
Yeah, he was pretty impressive for sure. So I like what from him. Giannis did perform very well. He gotta knock down the free throw because nothing frustrates me more than bad free throw shooting.
CaBreon, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think Giannis should be getting more minutes? He got 35 this game. What do you think going into game 2? How many minutes do you want to see him get?
Okay, here's a mini rant. Michael Vincent Budenholzer. Listen to a Bucks ambassador and a future cover of this franchise. You have to play Giannis 40 plus minutes.
Yeah.
You got to play him 45 minutes. Kyrie played 45 minutes. KD was on the verge of fouling out and still played all of those minutes. Playing less than 37 minutes a game in a playoff game, that can't cut it.
They can't.
And I don't understand it at all.
I don't understand it because I feel like it also falls on Giannis a little bit, saying, put me in, like put me in the game.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's just such a.
Of course you don't want to. Yeah, of course you don't want to do that to the coach. But if you want to win as bad as you say you do, you really just got to start implementing yourself in those situations where you say, "Put me in the game."
Right. Because Giannis, he's a superstar. He is a top tier player in this league. He is up there with Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard. He's up there. The only difference between them is that he doesn't have that championship and he doesn't have that playoff success. One of those things, Giannis has to be the alpha dog here. He needs to step up and say, I want him. Now he did it in the Heat series with Jimmy Butler because everybody was on him like, hey, you the reigning defensive player of the year. You gotta go ahead guard him. He did last year, and Jimmy Butler had the worst playoff series of his career.
To be fair,
he was horrible.
I heard Jimmy Butler talking about that exact thing that you're talking about him getting guarded by Giannis, and this was last year. But he said, if Giannis guards me, Giannis is the best help side defense in the league. So, just if he's more valuable, like helping out, then I don't know, to be honest. But was he guarding him this series? Was he guarding him when we swept him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Most of the
I
time.
think he was.
All right,
yeah, him
that
and
worked.
yes, yeah. So him and PJ Tucker were mainly on Jimmy Butler.
And PJ Tucker, defensively, I've been super impressed these playoffs, but I'm going to need a very good performance game too. I think he has to really, really step up.
Yeah.
And just it's tough. There's a lot of those shots where the Bucks play amazing defense on KD or like even Kyrie, and it's just those are the types of players that are kind of impossible to defend. So we need to get our offense going because we know they're gonna just keep making those shots whether we play good defense or not.
Yeah, because the Nets, they're bucket getters. Like no matter how hard no matter how close, how hard you defend them, they're gonna get the ball in the hole.
Exactly why we can't have too many mistakes and just like shoot dumb shots, because that team is unforgiving, really.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
This is a team that can easily drop 130 on you, like easily.
Oh yeah. But we just got to be there to drop 140.
Exactly.
Heading into game 2, what are you guys' thoughts, predictions?
So I
got the Bucks winning.
Yeah, same. I do believe Chris Middleton will have a bounce back performance. So with Drew Holiday, I think Giannis is going to show up, of course. I think PJ Tucker will make his presence known. I believe everybody will show up. But better play Middleton, Holiday, and Giannis 40 plus.
Hold on just a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah,
Max got to go for a sec. Yeah, no, the one thing that I have noticed is players like Drew Holiday, they don't have 2 bad games in a row.
Yeah.
So I'm not too concerned about him. K-Mid is just I've seen him in the playoffs be really great, and I've seen him just be horrible for a few games in a row.
Yes.
So it's hard for me to tell. But I think, to me, whether we win this game or not rests kind of solely on K-Mid, whether he has a good game or not. Because you just know Giannis is going to score 30 plus.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, everybody knows that. But K-Mid and Drew Holiday can't just be on the side like they did.
And plus, like, our Bucks do catch a little break. Our Bucks do catch a little break because James Harden, I believe, is out tonight.
Is he?
And
okay,
his availability for this series is honestly questionable.
Up in the air.
Yeah, it's been questionable according to reports that I've been reading. So
as a Bucks fan, I don't like that because that's just going to give them excuses to not give us full credit on the series if we do end up winning.
But
also
KD and Kyrie are still like a top tier duo in the league. So
yeah.
What do you guys think?
Agreed.
The Dante being out, how that affects us?
His presence was needed, and it was glaring because some of those shots that we missed, he would have made.
It's in the playmaking.
Yeah,
it's in the playmaking abilities.
Yes.
One thing though I will say about him is if we had any one of our 5 starters had to go out, if I had to choose one of them, I would have chosen him, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So it sucks, but
anybody
also
in the starting 5 going out is pretty big, And he was just like a hustle type of player.
Pat Connaughton got to really step up. We've seen Pat have that hustle and go crazy, but
Pat had 3 points.
But I mean, that's another player. Budenholzer sometimes plays too much instead of getting Giannis all those minutes.
Yeah.
Because if you leave Pat out there too long, he's gonna get exposed. If you leave him out too long, he's gonna be exposed.
Especially with Kyrie on the floor.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like that was
just
embarrassing.
Like our bench just didn't even cut it either last night. Pat Connaughton, 3 points in 20 minutes. Bryn Forbes, 22 minutes, 5 points. Jeff Teague, 14 minutes, 2 points. Like, it's just not okay. Why is he
even in the game, by the way?
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
Now, here's another rant on Michael Vincent Budenholzer. Why is Jeff Teague out there? Why? That's my only question. Why?
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
think
make any
he's
sense.
really just like covering the space that Dante would have.
I'm guessing
You know?
so, but I would rather have our rookie Jordan Noor out there than Jeff
Yeah,
Heath. I
I
mean,
agree. It's just the concern with Nora is just no playoff experience. So
like
I don't.
absolutely
But
none, and he's a rotational player. It'll
I
be
wish they. I do want to see him. I do want to see him get in this series, and I think he probably will.
yeah,
So
I believe he
we'll
will.
see.
So
So I'd
any
say if we win,
yeah, so like any
if
last
we win, K Mid's gonna have to drop 30.
Should we call
Giannis
our
is gonna
little
have to drop 30.
predictions?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. CaBreon, you go first.
so predictions for the Bucks and Nets, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
This hurts. I'm going with my head over my heart here. I'm gonna say Nets
Mm.
7.
Oh, like
Oh,
the
you're calling the whole
series.
series. I thought we were talking about tonight.
Yeah, but I did say tonight the Bucks are winning it tonight.
Okay, you had the Bucks winning it by like how many roughly?
By 5.
Okay. Yeah, I have the Bucks winning too, and if we do win, I have it within. It's going to be a close game. So yeah, probably within 5 on the same lines. Max.
I got Bucks. I got Bucks in 7. I don't want to be too eager and say Bucks in 6, but Bucks can put it in for the long run and eventually go for the win, you know. I feel like if any team
Hope
has a
so.
mentality to come back like that, it is the Bucks.
I do agree with that.
Agreed. Yeah,
True.
I do agree.
And tonight, do you have the Bucks winning?
Yeah, I have the Bucks winning tonight. I'm gonna need
All right.
Giannis and K Mid and to drop 30 and Drew to drop at least 25.
Yeah, we can't go over. We can't be down 0-2. We can't.
I mean, 6 for 30 from the 3-point compared to their 15 for 40.
And they
Like,
didn't even shoot amazing, but they shot
yeah,
like
But
that's what we're
they
usually
shot
shooting.
well enough. They
we
shot
shot
Right.
20% from the 3, bro.
It's horrible.
20%.
not gonna cut it.
That's embarrassing.
And they shot
I'm better than that in
37.5.
real life.
But do
Oh
remember,
God, put me in the corner. I'm hitting 80%, bro. Like,
do remember, we shot horribly in game 1 against Miami. The only difference between that series and this series, we actually won that game.
Yeah, I mean they're bubble
no, the
guppies,
Bucks
and the Nets are
historically
not.
haven't really come out in game 1 the hottest. You know, it happened.
That's true.
What year was that against the Celtics when they won the first one and then we just swept afterwards?
Oh yeah, game one we was horrible against Boston, but then the next 4
Mhm.
games we were outstanding. So
Right.
I'm gonna just give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna say it was a slow start, and I got Bucks game 2, and I got the Nets winning the next 2, and then we climb back and win from 3-1.
You think Nets will win both game in Milwaukee?
Nah, you're right. It'll be 2-2 out of Milwaukee, and then they'll go back to the Nets, and then they'll win it. Then we'll win it back in Milwaukee, and then game 7 in Brooklyn.
Ooh, that's gonna be exciting.
all
right.
To be honest, it's gonna be it's gonna be a back and forth series between the two. It's gonna go 1 by 1 to me.
Yeah, for sure.
It is. It's a close little. You're gonna have to work for it. All right.
But I really want to be wrong about Nets in 7. I really want to be wrong. But
No, I get you though. Sometimes your brain is just you got to go with the smart take.
yeah.
Whatever you feel is the smartest. All right, next topic.
Yep. So now to the Suns eliminating the Lakers.
I called it. I just want to point that out. Me and Maxwell over there had a little $20 bet on the Suns Lakers, and he said never bet against Bron. And I'm usually with him on that because I believe that Bron is the GOAT. I know that he is.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. He played good. Well, not that amazing to be honest, actually. And
no, actually, the entire
Suns
Lakers roster played terrible.
Yeah, but I think that was because AD was injured. I think they would have been a lot better. I don't know.
Yeah.
AD, I don't know what's going on with AD.
AD.
I'm not an AD fan. I'm not an AD
I've never
hater.
been.
It's just like, what is going on with you?
He's just a consistent scorer. And when you have him in the game, you're just more likely to win the game because of it. But he gets injured every other game. It's not okay.
He plays like he's 6'2". Like, get in the paint, man.
Yeah, like he plays so. Like I don't like calling players soft, but like AD, he's soft as glass. He's always injured. He's always in the ice tub.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with him.
And plus, he would rather keep shooting these pretty boy jump shots.
Yeah.
He has to be a man amongst boys, get your big behind in the low post, and dominate. I don't get it. That's the same problem Joel Embiid had. But now he's in the low post, and probably if he would have never got injured, he would have been MVP.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. If he would have played a full season, I think he would be favored over Jokic for sure.
Yeah. I love Jokic. Like Embiid was on another level this year, but so was Jokic.
Devin Booker in the series against the Lakers went crazy, and it's very impressive considering how young he is and that he really does not have the playoff experience. So I just want to say that was super impressive. But honestly, my biggest takeaway from that series is LeBron's attitude. Not to always be focused on Bron, but that was really bothering me, you know. And
I don't
we
really
can't
see
have
why
that.
it's bothering people, to be honest. I feel like people are a little overreacting about that.
It's just
he's
when you're the
guy,
GOAT,
he's a vet,
when you're the
knows
GOAT
about the game more than we can even think about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
he's the representation for the NBA. Like he's their like biggest star player. You know what I mean? He's like the face
exactly why
their whole franchise.
He's the draw.
No, but you can't just question people because they're in position of power, man.
I'm not. Like, I'm basing that off of him being in the league 18 years, being a dominant force, if not the most dominant force.
It doesn't matter when you're in the playoffs. When you're in the playoffs and it's a game 4 and you're at risk of, you know, like losing the series, or it wasn't a game 4, but it was, you know, his neck was on the line, and like
it's not like he didn't drop 29 first.
Yeah,
3 for 10
I mean,
from
he's Bron.
point, not bad.
It's not amazing.
Well, I mean, in Game 6, I believe LeBron James led the Lakers in all categories.
Yeah.
So I understand that he was
just
frustrated.
Terrible.
But you still can't be walking up the court if you're playing. Yeah, I don't care.
Still,
I want him running.
Like, still show the energy. Just still show the energy.
Exactly.
Because wherever you go, your team goes. The buck starts with you. The buck starts and stops with you.
Right.
But
I think he knew that the bus had stopped a long time ago. There's only so much he can do with that team. I don't know. I think it comes from a bit of frustration from them letting him down, just like completely this whole series, just let him down for real. I don't know. I would say it's valid. I wouldn't really.
And plus, I want to add something here. This kind of saddens me. I think the carrying days of LeBron may be over. I think he needs to lean upon AD now. The only problem with
I think that showed
to stay healthy.
Well, I think it was that way last year.
Yeah.
To be honest, he played amazing. He had a great playoff run, but I didn't see him winning the finals without AD. You know,
when AD came back, it flipped the switch like completely.
It did.
Right before the bubble, they were just unstoppable.
That's true.
So what went wrong? What do you think went wrong with them?
Health.
Yeah, health.
Honestly, health. Because
you think with a healthy AD, do you think they would have won that series?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know about.
I mean, he wasn't 100% this entire series.
Plus, like people forget, before LeBron and AD went down, the Lakers were top 2 in the West.
Yeah.
And plus, LeBron was a top 5 MVP candidate. Now,
that's true. They fell so far.
People did say LeBron was number 1, but I did not agree because Embiid and Jokic and Curry were on another level. I never did agree with that. But LeBron was in that discussion. But
I agree.
But health just went. The Lakers just went completely left as soon as AD and LeBron got hurt.
Yeah. I
But
also do want to give the Suns their credit though.
yes,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah.
Devin Booker.
And I think that's a team. In my opinion, well, we're calling our predictions, I guess, at the end, right? But I see the Suns going pretty far.
I don't. But
really,
let's talk about the Suns more.
You think the Nuggets are gonna?
Frank Kaminsky, Wisconsin boy, comes out with 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, 2 points, 7 minutes. Not bad.
Yeah. No, he's been playing pretty good this playoffs. He had a great series against the Lakers, actually.
I'm proud of my boy.
Very impressive.
Devin Booker, 47 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists. Went crazy.
Dude was shooting from San Diego against the Lakers.
Yeah, he was looking like he was doing the Curry special right there.
Chris Paul had an awful game.
Oh, but it doesn't matter.
He had 12 assists, but
like Chris Paul, it's all about the impact. It's like because the impact goes beyond the stats.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's why I feel like that team is a young team and they have a lot of potential. Because with Devin Booker as their main scorer and
they're not too young.
A vet and Chris Paul. I mean, they're some of their stars.
I would say DeAndre Ayton and Devin Booker are like their only young players, to be honest.
Yeah, but
Mikal Bridges is pretty young too.
Yeah, so shut up.
The most underrated player in the NBA, by the way, Mikal Bridges. That dude's a
I had him on my fantasy. He was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, he's dropping numbers for me.
Yeah, his playoff play has been really impressive too.
Yeah, Max. Max, you did have a great fantasy roster, but we all know who took that crown. We all know who took that crown.
Yeah, players just got injured. It's just you hate to see it, really. Hate to see it.
Yeah.
I'm a good GM.
So,
hey man, how'd you know who wasn't gonna get injured?
I mean, we all know who had the worst team here, so.
Well, all I did, I scouted my team. I'm a GM. I'm a GM in the making, so.
Didn't you trade me Fred VanVleet for Dennis Schroeder, actually? That's a great GM move right there.
Oh, yeah. That was my biggest mistake. That was my biggest mistake because I did not know Schroeder was going to be that bad. I did not know Schroeder was that.
That was
okay. Another mini rant about Dennis Schroeder. He is nowhere near worth 100 million, 90 million, 80 million, 70 million. He is worth. I would trade Dennis Schroeder, but for some bounce dryer sheets in a Roku TV. That
bag of chips, man.
A bag of chips.
You know who I really think the Lakers should pick up in place of him?
Who's that? Who'll be that?
Reggie Jackson on the Clippers. Reggie Jackson is what Dennis Schroeder wants to be. Honestly, I remember seeing him in Detroit against the Bucks, and he was just hitting every three I can't remember how many years ago that was.
Reggie Jackson is either red hot or ice cold.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like a switch. He's either having a great game or just having zero impact.
I mean, it's better than having zero impact for all the time in the case of Dennis Schroeder. My boy.
That's true. I have Phoenix winning against Denver in 7 though.
Same.
That's crazy, bro. I'm sticking with the Nuggets. I really am.
As much as I love Jokic, I do believe Devin Booker gonna have another phenomenal series. And I don't know if Michael Porter Jr. can consistently be that second guy for 7 games.
What it's going to turn into is Jokic having to carry the Nuggets.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he can do that.
He always has been, though. That's the thing. That's not a problem.
Not really, though.
Yes, bro, what?
Well, I mean, Jamal Murray has been big for them many, many, many times. Because remember the bubble. Jamal was shooting.
True. Jamal Murray was going crazy.
He went nuts.
Yeah.
They're comparing Jokic this season to other players on the Suns with the same stats or what stats are getting led by their team. You know what I'm saying? So Jokic is leading the team in scoring, rebounds, and assists, and they're all more than Devin Booker, Ayton, and Chris Paul. Like in comparison, the team's most like contributors to that stat. That makes sense.
Yeah, but when it comes to the playoffs, what matters more than having one really big star is having a few pretty good stars.
Obviously, but like, let's not act like the Nuggets are bad.
Well, I mean, the Nuggets do have pieces. They picked up Aaron Gordon. They got what's his name? Monty Morris, who was big in the Blazer series.
Don't they have Jeremy Grant?
True.
Who?
Or no, Jeremy Grant, or is he on the Pistons still?
He on the Pistons.
Oh,
that's another cold underrated player.
Yeah, absolutely. Quick.
Marcus Howard.
Oh yeah, my boy from Marquette.
For real, that was exciting seeing him in the playoffs, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But quick, we have to stop this Sun series really quickly because we got breaking news here. Alabama, because Alabama has just extended Nick Saban to a contract through 2025.
I see that.
That has
really?
that has a base salary of $8.4 million that they increased each year the new deal.
I thought he was retiring. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of coaches retiring this year.
I mean, Coach K retiring was huge.
That was crazy.
That was huge.
End of a generation, man.
But like how big is Duke gonna be without Coach K though? Like,
I don't think they're gonna be good at all, man. It really depends who takes his spot, but
I do mean the coach that they have now. I believe his name is John Shayer. He was the leading recruit for Zion Williamson. So that does give a glaring hope. Maybe he's good.
Some credibility.
Yep, because he has learned from Coach K for a very long time. I mean, Duke can still be good, but I don't know. And plus, I believe college basketball it's declining right now because people are now figuring out new ways to join the NBA. They either go overseas or they join the G League.
That's true.
Like I've been watching the G League more than I've had in my entire life. Maybe because of my boy Jalen Green, but
yeah, I don't even keep up with G League like that, but it makes sense why a player would want to go there over college, because college is just so unpredictable. You could have a great, 3-4 years, or just your team could be horrible, and that could rub off on how people see you.
Let's talk about the Nuggets real quick. I just want to. So we got Jokic averaging 33, and then we got Michael Porter Jr., Monte Harris, Aaron Gordon, and Austin Rivers behind him. So those I feel like are going to be the real players that need to step up in this series. And I don't know, it's going to be interesting because the Nuggets, their big men are really more dominant on their team. But for the Suns, it's like the complete opposite. Like their guards are definitely the more dominant force on their team for scoring and everything. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, to be honest.
Yeah, they're two very different teams.
Absolutely.
And we haven't seen a game yet, so it's really hard to see how they match up. Like game one could be a blowout. It could be. Because I honestly, CaBreon, do you remember how they matched up regular season when they played? Or who dominated those games?
I don't. Let me pull it up really quickly.
Sounds good.
Wow.
Because that'll give some insight.
Aaron Gordon is shooting 60% from the three.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's not surprising. So he's a beast.
He's only attempting 2.5 a game though.
Okay, so the Nuggets went 2-1 the regular season series 2-1. The first game it was Suns defeating Denver 106-103. The next game, Nuggets beat the Suns in overtime 130-126. And then the next game,
very even.
And then the next game they went to overtime again, and the Nuggets in the Nuggets beat the Suns 120-112.
Interesting.
It's going 7.
Yeah, this series is going 7 games.
Yeah. No doubt.
Most definitely could.
What do you think about Jazz Clippers, real quick?
Jazz Clippers.
That is gonna be a great series. That
It is going to be a
7
great
games.
series, but
That's going 7 games.
I'm sticking with the Jazz.
Nah,
Believe in Donovan Mitchell. You believe in Donovan Mitchell, my guy. I'll tell you that right now. That man is
listen,
different.
after seeing how the Clippers finished off the Mavs, I have Clippers in 6.
But like seeing Kawhi in those final 2 games, man, just seeing him in those final 2 games, I'm not betting against Kawhi in this series. I got Clippers in 7. Like, I love Donovan Mitchell. Like, I love him. I actually put a little appreciation on Rudy Gobert's name because I know he ain't really liked him.
He really isn't appreciated. He's a great center.
Like he's a phenomenal interior defender. He's probably gonna go down as one of the greatest defenders ever.
He's averaging 3.2 blocks this postseason.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Last series he averaged 3 blocks.
I do think overall Giannis is a better defender, but I think Giannis is one of the only, if not the only, better defenders than Gobert in the league right now.
Well, I mean, because Giannis actually defends you on the perimeter, Rudy is like somewhat of a liability on the perimeter.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know, man. The Jazz are just tough. I'll tell you.
Yeah, they are.
Like Donovan, Jordan Clarkson off the bench. You got Bogdanovich, Mike Conley, Rudy, Joe Ingles off the bench.
That team is deep.
I don't know.
Like Utah.
Yeah, they are stacked.
Team. Utah's such a great team. But like, I trust Kawhi Leonard more than I trust anybody on the Jazz. But I better say, but I'll tell you this much: we better not see way off Pete. We better not see way off Pete.
Yeah, swear to God. I mean,
if
he has a good series,
depend on him.
That's what I'm saying. If he has a good series, it's over.
Yeah, that's true.
I
feel like you're still sleeping on Donovan a little bit.
I mean, he's gonna go crazy, but we've seen teams with amazing guards go down. That's just how it is.
And we've seen them go up with the Suns.
Yeah, but you look at the Trailblazers. Dame was dropping damn near 50 every game.
The Trailblazers don't have anybody except for their guards. The Jazz still got 2-time Defensive Player of the Year in Rudy Gobert.
I agree, but also
who's shooting legendary.
What about playoff experience? Because the Jazz are sort of, well, I guess they have some vets, but
plenty.
Well, they have some younger players.
They actually got experience.
Yeah. Have they made it past the second round?
No, but I don't think that really changes their experience.
I think that kind of changes it.
Well, I mean,
this is the second round, though.
Well, I mean, Donovan Mitchell in his rookie year outplayed Russell Westbrook in the playoff series and won that series.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I mean, you can't doubt Donovan Mitchell. He's going to average 30 plus throughout this whole series.
Yeah.
So it's Leonard, though.
Right. Oh, Kawhi, I see him average. I mean, he's gonna have to really step up. He's gonna have a 50-point game for sure.
Mitchell. Kawhi's for sure guarding Donovan Mitchell too. That dude's defense is different.
Yeah.
That man is a clamp. It's crazy. Did you see him on Luka last night?
Yeah.
He was just clamping.
He was making Luka look bad, and it's hard to do that. He was making Luka take dumb shots. You know, just you could tell it was forced. Luka was getting tired
in clutch time too. You know, like
right. Exactly. When they needed a three most.
Supposed to be hitting.
Right. Another series that I think Atlanta winning game 1. They played amazing, but it was kind of a fluke. I have Sixers winning that series. I do.
I do too.
Oh, Hawks and Sixers.
Yeah. I have Sixers winning in 6.
Yes,
I think Atlanta could take one more, but
they're
not that good.
Yeah, so maybe one in Atlanta. Like
yeah.
But I do like Atlanta a lot. Trae Young is going crazy right now. I believe there's no more doubting him right now. There's no more doubting.
I love Trae Young and the Hawks right now. Like they're just like the team to root for, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I'm
Like,
with you, but realistically, are they beating the Sixers?
realistically,
In the series?
I got Hawks in 6.
Well, I mean,
Wow.
Hawks in 6.
Yeah.
I don't think so, man.
Wow, I don't know about. Well, I'll tell you this much: if Hawks win Game 2, Hawks are winning this series.
Let's not
Well,
act like the
yeah.
Hawks weren't beating them by 20 at half. That's not a fluke, in my opinion.
I mean, I think it kind of was. The Sixers were playing horribly. Hawks were playing really good, and then they almost blew that lead. Like the Sixers
they
almost
didn't.
caught up. Sure, they didn't, but that's why I'm saying it's kind of a fluke because they were winning by that much and they weren't able to hold on to it. If they blew out the Sixers, I might have a different take on the series.
How much did
But-
Trae Young drop? Trae Young dropped 35.
Did he?
How much did Joel
That's not
Embiid drop?
surprising.
Embiid dropped 39.
Yeah, Embiid had to go crazy. No one else on the Sixers were hitting though. What's our
Yeah.
next topic, CaBreon?
So our next topic, actually, we're gonna go ahead and go to the who's more valuable between Dame and Kawhi. So
All
the floor is yours, Henry, because you're the leading
State your
force.
case, my guy.
Hey, okay. I just want to say something right off the bat. When I first made this take and we had this conversation, it was 2 games ago. If we're talking the Mavs Clippers series, right? That series is over now. We know that the Clippers won in 7. I predicted the Mavs to win that series, which I think is a very fair prediction. Actually, it really could have gone either way. They just, Mavs did not play good in Game 7. And I at that point, I didn't think Kawhi could bring his team to the Game 7. I thought they were going to lose in 6. And that was also coming right off of Damian Lillard having a very amazing performance, but his team just failing. Like we all saw it, his team just choked, and he just, it doesn't matter apparently because he made like 6 fucking threes in a row. It was something like that. It was crazy. Sorry if we're not allowed to swear.
Nice.
Oh, we're all good. We're allowed to do that.
My mom gonna get on me, but it's all right.
Okay, sounds good. But I just think in terms of impact to a team, I really just think Dame is more impactful. And you can look at, I understand that CJ is a super talented guard. Trust me, I'm a huge fan of CJ. This playoffs, he was not. And he had a very bad series. He did not play well. Nobody else on the Blazers played good. And the fact that they even took it to 6 games was really impressive. But I wouldn't even say they, it's just Dame. That's not that was one of the, other than the Warriors earlier in the playoffs, which I guess they didn't even technically get in the playoffs, so it doesn't count. I think Dame was definitely by far that was the most carrying-ish situation you could see. And like I don't know, I think Kawhi's a great player, but he has help. And I guess my point is kind of was proven wrong when he went crazy those last 2 games and won the series, but yeah, I don't know.
It really was.
I just think I think it's very close. And I still, in terms of impact to a team, I just think Dame is more impactful.
Nah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, for me, I believe that Kawhi is just like way more valuable to the team just because of what he can do defensively too. No one's scared of Dame on defense. I mean, that's a fact. Everybody's scared
I think
of
you're
Kawhi
underrating
on
Dame,
defense.
though. I think you're underrating
No.
Dame. Dame is not bad on defense. You're saying
He's not
like
bad, but it's
Harden.
nothing like Kawhi at all.
Dame plays solid defense. Did you see? Dame gets a lot of steals. That's one thing people don't realize. Like he'll trip these big men up when they're coming to the paint. Yeah.
Big man.
Well, I would say this: Dame is a slightly underrated defender, but you don't fear him on the defensive side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kawhi can guard anybody, anytime, anything. Like he's clamping them. You can post this dude Kawhi up with a center, and he's probably winning. Like he's so much more valuable. Just not even on like not even just defense. I mean, I would say defensively because offensively I would give it to Dame. But it's not to say that Kawhi's offense is bad at all because he dropped 45, right?
Yeah, but it's not Dame. Dame is just a better playmaker too, to me overall.
Yeah, but that
Kawhi,
doesn't
when
mean
he's
you're
dropping all
valuable.
those
I didn't
points,
doubt
when he's
that.
dropping all those points, usually Kawhi will get the ball and just go and do his little play and score. It's not so much like Dame will set up a whole play to which he'll, get
Right,
an
but I
open
mean,
three at the end.
Wouldn't that make him better just doing more and less movement?
I think in impact to a team, that makes Dame better. So
Really?
yeah. I know it's a crazy take.
I mean,
A lot
like
of
I
people
said,
out there
I
probably
didn't say
disagree with me,
that
but
Dame isn't a better playmaker than Dame or Kawhi. I do think that, but just in offensively, Dame is better. I'm just saying when you're looking at the full players, versus Kawhi versus Dame, it's just Kawhi's more valuable for sure. Because without Kawhi, they would not have won that series for sure.
Well, yeah, but you could have put Dame in that series instead of Kawhi, and I think they would have won.
Really?
Yeah. Just in terms of just offensive playmaking, scoring, Dame would have still dropped 50.
If you put Kawhi in this other series, I'm not gonna lie, it's a way different series.
I agree
Kawhi
with
would
you on
destroy
that
the
too, though.
Nuggets.
I don't think he would. I think it could have gone 7, but I still have the Nuggets winning that.
It'll be
Because of
interesting
who
to see if
he's surrounded
Kawhi can
by.
keep up his form right now. Because right now he's playing,
I guess we'll see.
like a 2019 Raptors Kawhi. They kept saying it during the game, but like this dude is really looking like his championship year. So we'll see if he keeps going like that.
I mean,
But
to me,
right
he's
now,
looking
I'm
more
saying
like
he's more valuable for sure.
He's looking more like 2014 Kawhi. Actually, he's kind of I've been seeing him where he's kind of reminded me of like the Spurs Kawhi when he was just amazing. Because I would almost say that was a better player than the 2019 Raptors Kawhi. What do you think, CaBreon?
Well,
that's not, bro. What?
No, no.
Kawhi
That's valid.
2019 was different, bro.
Yes, he was really good, but he still won Finals MVP in 2014.
But I mean 2016 Kawhi Leonard when he was on the Spurs is better than 2014 Kawhi Leonard. Because
I was just trying to give him a championship. Yeah, I guess.
So looks like I'm the tiebreaker of this whole thing. So who's more impactful? I have to say Kawhi Leonard. Here's why. Kawhi will clamp down your best offensive player and drop 40 in the process.
Exactly. Dame is not locking down Luka like Kawhi did. Just to be clear.
Because our boy Christian pointed this out. And I can't wait when he joined because we might revisit this topic.
Oh, for sure.
Like he brought this up. He'll take your best offensive player without ease. Sometimes he'll struggle, but most likely he will show up. Kawhi Leonard is Kawhi Leonard is just on another level defensively. He's like a top 5 perimeter defender of all time.
Yeah. I would give him one of the top like defending forwards of all time too, you know.
Like to be honest, this might be a hot take, but I don't know. I think Kawhi Leonard is a better defender than Michael Jordan.
I don't like that take though.
Considering the level of offensive talent that Kawhi Leonard has faced among his career and the talent that Michael Jordan has faced, Kawhi Leonard has a very higher degree of difficulty.
I agree with that.
Player of the Year awards.
Yeah.
And he has destroyed people on the defensive end.
Jordan was an amazing defender, one of the best of all time, but you are right. He was not always sure. He did have to defend great players, but yeah, he wasn't regularly defending guys, like Kawhi has to do. Yeah. That are just like all-stars. Because every team is an all-star.
You guys got Jordan over Scottie Pippen for defense?
No.
I don't think so.
I do not.
It's crazy because Jordan was considered the GOAT at the time, but he was honestly the 3rd best defender on that Bulls team.
That's true.
Or just in the starting 5.
That is true.
That's a little
plus,
something to think about.
plus that is crazy if Michael Jordan is your third best defender. That is crazy.
Yeah.
They were
Why? I
different.
mean, that's why they won 6.
All right.
All right. What's the next topic, CaBreon?
The next topic. Well, we actually have a lot of time left. So this is kind of a segment that we didn't prepare for, but we have to comment on Julio Jones to the Tennessee Titans. I kind of seen this coming. I was hoping Green Bay would find some cap space and bring in Julio to make our boy happy.
Yeah,
Like we all know, if Julio would have came to Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers would have got his tail from Hawaii, fly to Green Bay, and sign the immediate contract extension. We all know that would happen. Because I mean,
yeah,
it's Julio Jones.
I think so.
But
right, he's known as one of the greatest receivers of all time,
and he's maybe the greatest receiver this generation.
Yeah, I'm with you. Up there with D-Hop.
Does Calvin Johnson count as his generation?
Yeah, Calvin Johnson's up there. The guy entered around before he did all that.
If Calvin Johnson counts as his generation, then I would say he's probably the best receiver in this generation.
Yeah.
What about Randy Moss?
But besides that don't really matter.
Well, if Calvin Johnson counts as our generation, wouldn't Randy Moss too?
Well, Randy Moss.
No, I would say Randy Moss was definitely towards the end of his career when Megatron was gone.
Yeah, exactly. And plus,
maybe even retired.
Yeah, and plus, when I'm talking about this generation, I'm kind of meaning like the decade of 2010 to
now. Yeah, I would probably have Julio as number 1 then. I don't know. They could be offensively one of the most powerful teams.
You have Julio at number 1 for the decade.
2010s.
Yeah.
Give me your top 3 in order.
Yeah, I got
my top 3 of this. Does Calvin Johnson count?
Yes.
I got Julio, Calvin Johnson, DeAndre Hopkins.
Max?
Okay. I would go Calvin Johnson, DeAndre Hopkins.
That's wrong.
I'll put Julio at 3. Just because it is 2010s, I would put him at 3.
That's tough, bro. You just haven't seen Julio, man. You just know his injured Julio.
So here's my top 3.
I mean, I feel like the injury has to play a part, though, just like his absence recently.
So here's my top 3. 1 is Julio. 2 is Antonio Brown. 3 is Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, that's fair. Antonio Brown, it's just his career just wasn't as long as some of the others on the list.
But I mean, prime AB is up there for greatest receivers ever.
Greatest of all time. Oh yeah,
it was on another level.
Yeah, he was insane. That's true.
Yeah, but I mean, we're not gonna pretend like Calvin Johnson definitely wasn't already being considered the best receiver of all time while he was playing.
Like
Lions did him dirty.
Like between receivers, Calvin Johnson is probably the biggest freak of nature that we'll see yet.
Yeah, that man was just different, man.
Right.
So Julio to the Titans. What does that do to the Titans?
So this changes my AFC South prediction because I did actually have Carson Wentz having a huge bounce back year and Colts will win the division. But I now have the Titans winning the division. I believe Titans go about 12-5, 13-4 maybe, if they can get very, very good. Their offensive firepower is up there in the best in the league.
It's insane.
You got Ryan.
Oh yeah.
Like you got Ryan.
I mean, you have.
I do want them to maybe start searching for another QB. I don't think that Ryan Tannehill realistically can bring them to the level that they can be.
Yeah, but also look at Matt Ryan. He took them to the Super Bowl, and everybody knew that.
Matt Ryan was a good QB.
He won. He won MVP that year that he went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but do you think Matt Ryan's a better quarterback than Ryan Tannehill, overall?
Yeah.
At this moment, no.
At this moment, no. But
no, but
overall,
what does that have to do? Like, what
yes.
does that have to?
Ryan
what does Matt
Tannehill
Ryan have to do?
Ryan Tannehill the last few years has been super good. That's what I don't think people understand that he's been going great like crazy with. Sure, he had AJ Brown, who is a really good receiver, but other than that, like he doesn't have a lot of weapons to use.
How old
I
is he?
think he could show. Tannehill could show how good he is with Julio. That's what I'm saying. He could almost put himself in an MVP conversation.
I mean, he could get up there, but
I mean, I feel like honestly, Derrick Henry would be in the MVP conversation before Ryan Tannehill, but
because the whole show of the offense runs through Derrick Henry. Because Ryan Hill is based off the play action pass. And Derrick Henry ran for 2,000 yards last year.
Yeah.
So what defense is going to do it with the play action because they're expecting Derrick Henry to run? So
you're right. It's going to be very hard to defend. Exactly. I think we do play them.
Who, Green Bay and Tennessee?
Or do we not next year?
No.
Oh.
We don't?
Thank God.
No, we don't.
Well, that's good.
Do have some hard games though.
Well, thank God we don't face them.
Dang, we have a hard schedule.
We're still going about 13-4.
Bills,
with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Chiefs, Seahawks. Bro, never did we play this Chiefs and Seahawks in back-to-back games. That's
we could beat.
Well, we can beat Seattle. We got a shot against Kansas City, but this season is all predicated if Aaron's staying.
Yeah, it's impossible to make predictions because we just don't know about Aaron yet. And that's why a lot of the predictions I've been seeing are Packers. Like it says, Packers going 5-12 or whatever. Just because a lot of people just think Aaron Rodgers is gone, but I haven't lost hope yet.
I don't think he's going. But it is getting kind of close. Like you got to start making the decision soon.
Yep, and we're actually going to transition to our Packers because I'm reading a report here. It says Aaron Rodgers is unlikely to attend Packers mandatory minicamp amid feud with the front office. Oh boy.
Damn. Well, it's not surprising. Disappointing though.
It is disappointing because he's like, I feel like at some point, at least in my opinion, obviously I'm not in Aaron Rodgers' position, but for me, that's my team, Yeah. I don't I can be mad at them and I can talk to them as I'm playing, but sitting out and just like directly hurting your team and their chances at winning just because you're upset with the organization just doesn't make sense to me.
I agree. And I think
from somebody
if he wanted to leave,
considered one of the best QBs of all time, like, what are you doing?
He shouldn't do this holdout thing because if he was going to go, he should let us know a while before so we at least have time to prepare, or so we have time to decide, is Jordan Love going to be our guy? Or, well, I guess it is. Jordan Love is kind of our only option right now. Or wait, who did we sign? Didn't we sign another backup?
Blake
Bortles.
We signed him as a backup, though, to be fair. We did not sign him to be a starter.
Yeah, it is a good pickup for a third string, though. He might even be second string right now.
We got him for pretty cheap. I don't think he's that good of a quarterback, though.
He's not, but I mean,
He's terrible.
You're not really looking for that good of a quarterback at third string.
He'll be a solid backup. I think he has some good QB knowledge because he's been in the league for so long. So,
he took the Jaguars to the AFC Championship, right?
Yeah, but like, let's be honest. That year was
the defense. The defense really.
Yeah, the defense did.
I mean,
it was kind of a fluke that they made it that far.
AJ Bouye. Oh my God, that dude was crazy that year.
Jalen Ramsey,
Jalen
Ramsey's a beast. Not when he guards Devontae, though.
Got him crying over there.
Man, did you see? I saw a post by Bleacher Report. I was disappointed. It was Jalen Ramsey's, it was stats of him matched up against different wide receivers last year. And they didn't show the one against Devontae Adams because that would have been embarrassing for him. They only showed his, locking down other receivers.
That's true.
But
bro, he got mixed by Devontae. That was crazy.
In the playoffs, man. That was mean.
It's the playoffs, yeah.
You talking about that little touchdown play? by the we were real close.
Yeah, yeah,
That was nice.
yeah. When Adams was like in motion, the entire pre-snap was in motion. The entire pre-snap.
Yeah,
I swear that was a good play.
that was Jalen Ramsey's teammate fault though. He really didn't switch on to that.
Yeah, and he kind of made Jalen Ramsey look bad.
Yeah, he made it look bad. Yeah.
It was still satisfying.
Well, actually, there is good news between with the Packers mini camp. So all of their receivers is expected to attend, including Devontae Adams.
Yeah, I saw that. It's good.
That's good. But I just want my boy Aaron Rodgers to stay. Good. That's my boy. That's my buddy.
Real.
Like this situation needs to be resolved because I don't think Jordan Love's ready yet. And plus I don't want him just to can go completely out unready like that. Like that's gonna be like a what's the phrase to describe it? A recipe for
To go
disaster.
sideways.
Yeah, agreed.
Disaster. So I'm just hoping Rodgers can resolve the situation because I believe this starts with Mark Murphy because this actually been happened before Goot before Goot became our GM. This was happening when Ted Thompson, God rest his soul, was
That's true.
GM.
They never had a great relationship with Aaron Rodgers.
Not at all. And plus the thing is, Brett Favre never really had a good relationship with the Packer front office either. But
so we're just bad with our quarterbacks then.
Yeah. Yeah, Lord.
That's a fair statement.
Too bad.
This needs to be resolved because with Aaron Rodgers, we can make the NFC title game again.
Yeah, agreed.
But
last year it felt like it was our year, man. We were so
yeah,
close.
last year it was just like perfectly set up.
That was it. Like that was the year. The defense.
We were the only team that had a chance against the Buccaneers, man.
That's true. We were the only.
And we would have smoked the Chiefs.
I hate watching the NFL at this point because it almost feels like it's a constant occurrence where teams are just getting sold by penalties. And the refs just like throw the game. It's so common now in the NFL. It just makes it so hard to watch. Like
exactly.
Yeah. Man.
And plus this happens with the big teams. This happened with the Tom Brady led teams.
Yeah, of course.
I hate being that bitter fan who is salty about Tom Brady's success, but you can't deny what these refs do for Tom Brady.
You can't.
You can't
every year, man.
Every year it's something.
There are some questionable calls that game. There are questionable calls in the AFC Championship against the Chiefs a couple of years ago when he played for the Patriots.
And plus, there's no other Super Bowl harder to watch than last year's Super Bowl because there was penalty flying everywhere from everywhere. Patrick Mahomes was just running for his life. And plus, all the credit just seems to go to Tom Brady. That defense won that Super Bowl. Let's be honest. That defense won that Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, you could have put not an average quarterback, but an above average quarterback on that team, and they would have still won the Super Bowl. I don't think it was Tom Brady.
Yes, because
that receiving core is super good. That
very, very good.
Insane. Yeah,
and plus, Tampa, they are very dangerous next year. They are very dangerous.
Let's talk about that though.
Because here's the thing.
I feel like, go.
And they re-signed all their starters.
They re-signed all their starters, and it's going to be their second year together. You're gonna be better in your second season. Look what happened.
How are you though?
I think so.
Personally, you'll be better, but I feel like in these games, you're gonna start getting predictable. You're gonna start getting these habits with your teammates that are gonna start being exploited, and I feel like it'll take one team to exploit them, and one team to use the right strategies and beat them to have the whole league starting to use it against them.
But
back up Max's point.
We'll see.
But you do have a good point. But here's the problem with that. Tampa has the second easiest schedule in the NFL. I
Yeah,
believe,
let's talk. Yeah, that is unbelievable. Actually, that is unbelievable.
Not fair.
because I believe Tampa has.
How do they do that? Is it
I-
randomized?
Yeah, well, I believe it's based on a rotation they do every 4 years.
Hmm.
So honestly,
Huh.
Tampa lucked up into this schedule. To be honest, they lucked up into the schedule.
Right.
It
I
was
think
just a crazy
Max
big
had a really
coincidence.
good point with, like, for example, do you remember the Carolina Panthers the year that they went to the Super Bowl and they were undefeated, and then they choked in the Super Bowl. The next year they re-signed most of their star players, and the league really was on watch, and they were like, hey, watch it. We know the Panthers are going to be one of the top teams. And what did they even make it the playoffs? Like they had a horrible year. Cam Newton underperformed.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
And it was because they had a special scheme. Cam Newton was a new type of quarterback. He was going crazy on these defenses, and the defenses figured him out. I don't know exactly how they did it, but
It's like they started
they were
containing
very
him in the
stoppable.
pocket a little bit more, focusing
Right.
on him throwing because clearly he can't. He still can't. That's
Yeah,
like
that's
that man throwing, like he actually can't throw.
No, he's
I've
not
seen
a
him
good
play
passer.
for like a half. This dude cannot throw.
Yeah.
He was
I'm with
missing
you.
like easy like slant throws too, like just overthrowing, like just
Yeah,
not throws that you should be missing in the NFL.
yeah, because see,
Mac Jones.
like Cam got too much of an arm. Like he got too much of an arm. Like he's not that accurate of the football. He's not that accurate.
He's strong as hell, but he can't use it.
Exactly. So really, like for New England, I believe Mac Jones might take over like come mid-season. Because
Yeah.
because
Yeah, I
because
agree.
because Cam, I I don't think he has it anymore.
Bill Belichick's not gonna rush Mac or do anything like that. I think
no,
he's gonna
not
play
at
it
all.
really smart.
Not at all.
I mean, he's, in my opinion, one of the greatest coaches of all time.
He's the
I'll say top 5 for sure.
well, this might be a hot take because everybody's saying that he is, but I don't think he's the greatest coach ever. I believe he's second.
I don't think he's the greatest. Yeah.
Because do you know who I think the greatest is?
Who?
Y'all might think I'm biased, but it's Vince Lombardi.
I mean, I feel like that's a pretty fair take. A lot of people, especially people that know old school football, would totally agree with you on that. I think our generation doesn't know anything about him though. But yeah, he still had more success than any other coach, or up there with Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
What's our next topic?
So the next topic, let's see what we can talk about here because we still got a lot of times. Well, actually, I believe we can wrap it up doing the CaBreon Closer. So let's get straight into it. Let me share my screen very quickly. On. Here we go. Okay. So can
So
you
you got what?
okay. Okay, so can you all see the screen?
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Okay, what? You can?
Mm-hmm.
Matt, Henry, you good?
Try swiping like on your phone. If you're on your phone, try like swiping to the middle one.
So is everybody ready?
Oh yeah,
Do
I'm
you
all
see
good.
it?
My bad. I was
Okay.
glitching for a while.
Okay. So we're all good.
Wait, now I can't see it.
Yeah, I can't either.
You can't see it?
Oh, no, I can. I can.
Max, can you see it?
Oh, what do I gotta do? There we go. Yeah, got it.
Okay, you got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're all ready?
Yes, sir. Let's get to it.
All right.
So this is
welcome.
current, like very, very current.
Yep, this is current right now. So
Right now.
All right.
So welcome to the first ever CaBreon's Closer list. We're gonna do it. We're mostly gonna do it every Monday. We're gonna close out our podcast with this list every day. I mean every Monday, and we got our top 5 NBA players. So are y'all ready?
Yep.
Yep.
At number 5, we got Stephen Curry. He averaged 32.5. He averaged 32.5, 32 points a game, 5.5
Yeah.
rebounds a game.
It's safe to say he had an MVP season, like
Yeah.
MVP worthy.
Yes,
Wait,
absolutely.
let's let him just like present them first, and then we'll talk.
Facts.
Yeah, so Steph Curry, greatest shooter ever. Single-handedly carried the Warriors to the play-in tournament. Couldn't get to the playoffs, but he got into the play-in tournament. He averaged 32, 5.5 rebounds a game, 5.8 assists, was the scoring champion with a 26.3 PR, a PR. He is a dangerous force. Golden State is going to be very dangerous once Clay gets back. Just imagine how good they be. But let's not get into all that. And now to number 4. This is going to be a little controversial. The king is no longer the king. LeBron James is at number 4. He averaged 25-7, 25, 7, and 7 on 51, 37, 51, 37, and 70 shooting splits with a 24.2 PR, but he did miss 27 games due to high ankle sprain. But this was all based on the playoffs. He was not himself. It might have been because of the ankle, but he was not himself. And I believe his carrying days, as I said earlier in the show, it is over. So LeBron is no longer the best player in the world. That could change next year when he's fully healthy with an actual off season, but he is not number 1 for right now. He must take the back seat. But to number 3, the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, averaged 28, 11, and 6 on 57, 30, 69 shooting splits with a 29.2 PER. Giannis honestly had an MVP caliber season. Again, we all know how dangerous he is, and we all know with the jumper, he is the best player in the world, and no one's close. But he doesn't have that jumper, and it kind of interferes with his game. But I still believe he's a top 3 player in this league. But to number 2, who is an enemy of Giannis, Kawhi Leonard. Hey, he averaged 25, 6, and 5 on 51, 40, 89 shooting splits with a 26 PER. His Mavericks playoff series was flat out phenomenal, where he averaged 32 on 61% shooting. That 61% from the field. That is ridiculous. He's a robotic assassin. He's a different animal. He may be the best two-way player in basketball. Well, he is the best two-way player in basketball, but he ain't number 1. And that number 1 goes to Kevin Durant. He is the one player in basketball where you have no answer for him. And to me, he is the most lethal scorer this game has ever seen. The way he scores and how well he shoots it is so phenomenal, where you don't really even need defense. KD against the best defensive players will still drop 40 on you.
Yeah.
He's a different animal, man. He's a different animal. My boy Zach is about to get on my tail once he see this, but this is my CaBreon Closer list. So a quick recap: Kevin Durant is 1, Kawhi is 2, Giannis is 3, LeBron is 4, and Steph Curry is 5. That's the
Okay.
CaBreon Closer list. And Henry and Max, y'all can react.
I
All right.
like that list, but I don't think I would have it in that exact order. That's the thing. To me, Curry right now is the best guard, and I think he should. I would actually put Curry as my third best. I want him in my top three. I know that's a little bit crazy, but coming off the season that he had, I expect him to drop, 25 plus 30 points every game, which is just, I think he's one of the best scorers we've ever seen. I agree with KD at 1 though. I would have Kevin Durant at 1. I would put Giannis at 2, just because he could have won a third MVP. I think it was voters fatigue, and also there's a few other players that had amazing seasons. And then I would have Curry at my 3 spot, and then I think I would have Kawhi, and then who was the last?
LeBron.
It's LeBron. It's tough for me because I don't
10
know,
minutes.
just right now, I just don't know if he was in my top 5 of how current players are right now. I would almost put, I know I'm always loving on Dame, but like I would almost put him in my top 5, or maybe even Luka, but not after the series that he just had, I guess. I just don't know if I would put Bron in my top 5.
I mean, Dame and Luka over the top 2 MVP candidates, Jokic and Embiid.
Yeah,
Hold
but
on, let me go.
Okay,
I low key gotta go after I say it because just
gotcha.
family stuff. My bad. But so my top 5, I like your KD. I like your position on Giannis. I don't know about Kawhi at 2 right now. Just because of his inconsistency and him being so good as of late, I would put Giannis at 2 and Kawhi at 3. And realistically, I don't know if I'm putting LeBron in the top 5. Just being reasonable here, I would put Luka above LeBron. This man is just different. Luka is different, simply put. So I'm gonna put Luka at 4 above Curry, and I'm gonna stick Curry at 5. Just because, although I don't want to put Curry on the 5, I do got to give him his credit, and he did go crazy this regular season. So I gotta, yeah. So yeah,
Yep.
KD, Giannis, Kawhi, Luka, Curry, top 5.
So both of you don't have LeBron in your top 5.
I don't have LeBron in my top 5. Nothing personal. Just if
I
we're going off
understand
of
why
right
you
now.
do.
Yeah,
I understand it. I get it, but just right now, yeah.
I love y'all, and I hope y'all enjoyed the episode. But I gotta head out.
All right, we'll see you, Max.
See you, Max.
Thanks, CaBreon. Thanks, Henry.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one.
All right.
Cool.
So our final topic is our pick'ems. So who do you have winning game 2? Well, let's remind the audience of who's your pick for the Bucks in Nets game 2.
Game 2.
Yes.
I got the Bucks. Winning. It's probably going to be a close game though. I think if we just keep our 3-point percentage where it's been all season, I think we're going to win, and we're going to win by 5+. So that's my call on it.
Okay. And again, I said I got the Bucks defeating the Nets in 5 points by 5 points. I believe
Right.
we're gonna have a big game. Chris Middleton will bounce back. So will Drew Holiday. PJ Tucker will make his presence known, and I believe it'll be into the next game. Well, actually, the last game. What is it? I believe the Suns and Nuggets. That's the next. So who you got winning game 1?
Suns Nuggets. They play tonight at 9, I believe. That's hard to make a call. I have the Nuggets taking game 1. I think that series will not be a sweep at all. I don't think it will be 5 games. I see it really going 7, maybe 6. So yeah, I have the Nuggets winning tonight. I just feel like they've had some rest, and I think they're ready to knock out the Suns. So I don't know. What do you think?
I got Phoenix winning, and then I got Phoenix winning against Denver because I believe Phoenix is at home, and that home field advantage is working out perfectly for Phoenix right now.
True.
I believe Devin Booker will have a big game. I believe Chris Paul actually getting some rest with that shoulder now probably being at least close to 100%, maybe. Um,
Mhm.
I believe the Suns will take this game. I'll say they'll win by 6 or 7 points.
Okay, sounds good. Those are the only two games today.
It is.
Well, we could predict, I guess, the next game for Hawks Sixers and then Clippers Jazz for tomorrow, right?
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
I have the Sixers winning. I don't think the Hawks are going to take two. I think if the Hawks win, they're winning the series.
Yeah.
So I think the Sixers are really going to go out there full force. They got another game in Philly. I think they're going to win.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I don't think Hawks can take two in a row. I believe Embiid's going to have another big game. Ben Simmons, I believe, will have a better game. I believe Danny Green and Seth Curry, the bench will actually perform unlike they did yesterday. So
Right.
I got Sixers winning this game.
And then with Clippers Jazz, I have the Jazz for two reasons. One being they've had more rest than the Clippers. The Clippers are coming off of, they had to go 7 games against the Mavs. That does have a big effect, especially having to do that first round. And the Jazz are at home. So I just have the Jazz taking game 1.
Yeah, same. I believe the rest is gonna pay off for Utah. Clippers already came off the ruling series. I believe Donovan Mitchell might drop 40, honestly.
Yeah.
So I believe Jazz is gonna take game 1 in Utah.
Right. All right.
All right. So
Sounds good.
thank y'all for tuning in with us. Stay tuned for bonus episodes that will introduce our fellow co-hosts. And also remember to tune into TNT for Game 2 of the Bucks and Nets series at 6:30 p.m. and Game 1 of the Suns Nuggets series at 9 p.m. Have a great
Central
day.
Time.
Yep, Central Time. Yes. So make sure you share this with your friends. Rate this 5 stars. Make sure y'all have a great day, and we will see you Wednesday.
Yep. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.